I spent the last 7 days improving my art, but on top of that, I realized that all this time I've been making one huge mistake, and it's that while practicing, I should also work on mini projects as well. So for these next 7 days, I just want to get faster at drawing in general, but I also want to design some characters and make some mini mangas with crazy 3D camera shots. Alright, so on day 1, I wanted to work on my OC Jalal, and Jalal is basically someone who I put through hell in my own head. She has had to die at least 40 times now. Why do I put her through so much? Well, she has to pay rent somehow. It's the price for existing. And so yeah, I spent a lot of time looking for curly hair references, but I couldn't really find any references I really liked. So decided to make your hair like more on the wavier side, I guess. Not necessarily curly. And hey, I still like the way she looks. I've never really imagined her design, but she totally feels like I drew her correct. So yeah, guys, welcome Jalal. She's mentally ill. That's her most redeeming quality. All right, so next I wanted to work on another character named Mika, but her name has always been a placeholder because my name is Mikkel, if you didn't know. And it is kind of a little weird to have her name be Mika if my name is Mikkel. And actually, you guys should let me know if it's weird or not. But yeah, while I was working on her face design, I started grinding out faces like crazy. But yeah, for the face design, my problem was none of these designs felt like what I imagined Mika to be like. If I had to describe her in one word, it would be menace. Or no, devious. There we go. I think that's a better word. Alright, so this search to draw what Mika looks like goes on to the next day. But still, I had no success. So I decided to try every hairstyle under the sun, but I still couldn't she still didn't look like the way I imagined her to look. However, I did end up drawing her pet Sharky, which, hey, he's looking pretty cute. All right, so here's my next attempt, and I think this page looks pretty freaking cool. I even added in some like lines that you'd say here, and I kind of felt like I got somewhere at the time, but this is not the design I went with. It doesn't feel devious enough. And for this, I took like a lot of inspiration from Revi. They just have a different face. Also, I just realized I've never tried to design characters. Like normally I just draw a character just off rip, but there's a lot more to designing characters than I thought, I guess. Like the only thing I know currently is like triangles are scary, squares are strong, circles are cute and happy, stuff like that. All right, so this is another design I came up with. It says Milia because I didn't want anyone to be like, why'd you write your name but in reverse? And then I'd have to like explain how I eat nails for breakfast and watch Andrew Tate on the hourly. FYI, I actually have Andrew Tate on my bed covers, and I have just a huge 4XL picture of him on my ceiling. But yeah, this was again not what I wanted. She still does look pretty freaking cool, but hey, you know, she also kind of looks like a Fortnite skin. Like that's not even a bad thing. That's actually a good thing. I like some Fortnite skins. Last thing is, I really do love the way Sharky looks, and he looks scuffed, but like he would look pretty cute if I actually drew it bigger. Also, if you just look at like sharks in real life, they look like, I don't know, bro, they look very weird. They look cute, but also like that dude would bite your finger off, you know? Now here's the next page, and I really like this page. I think they all look super cool. Character design wise, no success here, but I think some of these are pretty freaking cool. Also, by the way, this taco was not supposed to be sus, bro. It just looks sus. I don't know why I drew the freaking taco dripping. Now we're on to day 3. And so here's the next page. These women are looking cool. They're looking cool, especially Makima and the girl next to her. And this was a day where my cousins like wanted to draw some stuff over my sketchbook. Also, I learned how to draw braids this day as well. It's basically super easy to draw braids. Like you just make a little zigzag, you go whoop whoop, and then you just like make little connections. All right, so right here on these pages, I let them, you know, draw some masterpieces real quick. All right, so I remember once my cousins left, I decided it was time to just focus up. I was gonna make this character come to life no matter what. And I was just looking at references like crazy, just spending a good amount of time just staring at them. And what I realized was I was changing the hairstyles like crazy when the hairstyles don't really even matter as much. It's the eyes and eyebrows that change the vibe more than anything else. And this is a study I did from 7 months ago. On one side, I can't believe I forgot about it, but it was 7 months ago, so it makes sense. And with the knowledge of knowing that the eyebrows and eyes have a lot of importance, I was able to create this devious motherfucker. And she's looking exactly the way I imagined her now. Literally exactly. It could not have been any better. And well, I told you guys the study I did, right? But how did I realize it on this exact day? Well, I was thinking to myself, there has to be a character I could reference that looks like this. And so when I was looking, I ran across the Chainsaw Man character sheets, and I remembered how my brother said that Makima looks like a sock puppet. And so when I started looking at her expression sheet, I realized that if you look at all her expressions, her eyebrows don't move at all, and then her eyes themselves are like kind of creepy, like just the eye itself. And that's when I realized, oh damn, I haven't been changing the shapes of the eyes, because no two characters should have like the same type of expression sheet. Or like Chainsaw Man is a very good example because they all look the same at first, but when you like get in closer, they all are slightly different. And so yeah, for Mika, I want her like default expression to be like smiling with her eyebrows pointing downwards. Just in a constant devious face. All right, so my next goal is going to be learning how to draw hands really fast. But first, something you may be interested in hearing is I already have a sketchbook that ain't even 10% done. But I bought this one because my burgundy one has the Power Manga skit in it. And if you don't know what the problem is, well, it's the horns. And since I was to bring my sketchbook to a little country vacation, I wanted to avoid the chances of me getting baptized by a bunch of black elderly folk. And I'm a genius because, bro, I had to have shown the sketchbook to at least 30 different people within the span of 7 days. So that's just a little FYI. But yeah, it was now time for the hands. I was Kira for a good day, and these were all from imagination. My problem isn't drawing the hands, it's drawing them quickly. So my goal here was just to come up with a process for drawing the hands that was really quick. And honestly, I thought these hands were bad, but apparently they weren't that bad. And then also, bro, freaking Kira himself came out and responded as well. So I mean, like, I guess they're not that bad. And so now for day 4, I'm back at it again, bro. And yeah, they are looking a lot better on this page. On the second page, about half of these are references, but gladly, I don't even think you can tell the difference between the ones that are with the reference and the ones without them. And that's because I found a good method of drawing the hands. And to keep it simple, if you break the fingers up like this, they are 1 to 1. So it's kind of easy to remember. You just got to remember that you're also including like the knuckle into the process. And yeah, this little mental shift makes it a whole lot easier. So as of now, I can draw like almost all hand angles pretty quickly, which is a tremendous goal to hit. Those 8-ish hours were worth it. All right, so here's the next page. And yeah, I just love this page so much. I feel like I said that a lot for a lot of these, but I just love like all of these pages. And also right here, I drew Jalal. She might have not been that like recognizable because I haven't given her something like iconic. Like for Mika, like if you look at her, she has her necklace and then she has her earring, but I gotta give Jalal something as well. Like something like near her head, I feel like. To add context for this line right here, basically Mika adds people to her manga when she kills them. And so yeah, that's gonna be a thing. And yeah, as of now, this is probably my favorite sketch in my sketchbook. All right, so today my goal is to learn how to draw raised up arms. And probably only a few people know this, but there's like 7 arm muscles that move whenever the arm moves, which is why I need to practice them. But yeah, I think I did pretty well here. All right, so on the next page, right here, I drew another woman with braids. And bro, again, I just really love the braids because it just looks so detailed. And right here, we have a fight and it's looking pretty cool. But yeah, back to the arms. You see how like the deltoid muscles here are pulled? That was the main focus that I was doing here. All right, so next, here's where we start to get into the action panels. And bro, this drawing looks awesome. And the goal here was to basically like practice backgrounds since I rarely draw them. All right, so next here, I drew another background and bro, I just love this page. It's just so nice. I actually like cool backgrounds almost as much as cool characters. Also, again, little tiny details look so good, bro. It's kind of like how the braids are like so tiny that they just make everything look really detailed. That's kind of the same thing that happened here. I will say this again though, backgrounds take way too long to draw. Sleeper. All right, so it's day 5 and here I wanted to try out some crazy stuff and I was just trying to foreshorten as much as possible. And so what I did for this drawing was I took this manga panel as inspiration and I think it turned out really cool. I'm just now realizing this now though, the hair does look a little bit weird. Windy hair is just gonna have to be something that I practice again. I swear windy hair is always messing me up. Oh, all right, so for this page, a friend told me about this website that has 30-second poses and I really love this website because it just has like really good anatomy examples and also I just really love 3D models so much. And so on this page, they were all 90-second gesture drawing sketches that I turned into, you know, I don't know what you call it, just more refined sketches, I guess. And I honestly did not know that I could get like a sketch down in 90 seconds. I did not think that was possible. So these sketches here really surprised me and I think they turned out like really well. There's like some anatomy issues, but I just left them because it wasn't really the goal. The goal was just to get quicker at gesture drawing. I think my favorite here is is the girl with braids and the girl with the long legs. All right, so next I went crazy and just drew like 35 expressions. And bro, my hands were hurting by the 25th one. I remember that, bro. But yeah, on the second page, I wanted to practice expressions with lips, which can be a struggle since there's not that many lip expression references that have been already broken down. All right, so lastly, before I went to bed, I drew one manga page, and it actually wasn't even supposed to be a manga page. The first character was actually a gesture drawing, but then I was like, gotta turn it into something cool. Like, even if it's like a mini one page, I gotta turn it into something. So that's how this abomination of a mini manga got created. And basically, my brother loves Taco Bell, so ways I could diss it live in my head rent free. Anyone who eats Taco Bell needs to be crucified. I'm sorry. Oh, guys. All right, for day 6, I have a whole ass story. Bro, I remember this day so clearly. All right, so I was vibing out, and as I said earlier, I'm out in the country. I'm talking like the next house over is at least 5 football fields of trees away. But yeah, after drawing too many cheeked up women, I decided it was finally time to go to bed. It was 3 a.m. But as soon as I'm about to go to bed, I just hear random ass barking, which just truly scared the shit out of me. So much so that I decided to stay up drawing a whole nother page. And like, it wasn't even the dog that scared me. It was more so that unknown factor. Who was he barking at? Was he barking at me? Was he barking at us? Is he gay? Like, bro, these are questions that we will never have the answer to. But surprisingly, this story doesn't end with me going to bed. Just a few moments ago, I was thinking about this exact story, and I was just vibing with my sketchbook in my lap. But then when I opened my sketchbook, bro, I get jump scared by an ant checking out the cheeks. And I'm like, bro, like, they're not free. Also, how did he even get in my book? Why was he in between the pages? Also, I wish I didn't instantly blow him off. I should have took a picture of him. But yeah, that was basically the highlight of my vacation. All right, so I'm sure you guys want a little bit more explanation on what I was drawing here. This wasn't drawn in the vacation, but I was basically inspired by the story I told you to draw this. And as you can see, I took the idea and it's like almost something completely different now. And yeah, the person in blue is Jalal, and then the one with the black hair is her sister Mika. But yeah, let's get back to these drawings. And basically, these were gesture drawings that I turned into more solid sketches, and I think they look awesome. And I was joking about their cheeks, but it was kind of hilarious because 4 out of the 5 gesture drawings just were all back shots, and it's a random generator, which, I mean, it actually turned out really good because I didn't actually even know how to draw the back. And oh, bro, this is a good point to mention that I draw so much quicker because of all these drawings I did during this vacation. Doing all these drawings on pencil and paper made me realize that, yo, I draw so much slower on digital. And it's because, like, on digital, you have the option to, you know, go back and undo. So a lot of times I get stuck trying to fix something that doesn't need to be fixed. So while I've been drawing on digital lately, I've been trying to pay a lot less attention to the mistakes, or I should say the little mistakes. All right, so right here, I took another fight and I switched up his angle and pose a little bit, and I think it looks super awesome. And on this next page, I got some even crazier stuff. Like, look at that perspective. It's looking nice. And like, I was just really astonished because I was like, bro, I drew this from imagination. I did not think that I could draw poses like this on pencil and paper from imagination. Practicing on pencil and paper has been, you know, just has been a pretty cool experience. Also, by the way, someone said, yeah, when I posted this on Twitter, and I mean, hey, they're not wrong. All right, so here I wanted to like work on learning how to draw fire, and I feel like it turned out a little weird. I just wanted to learn how to draw random stuff because I feel like random stuff is always a little bit hard to draw. Like, look at like, for example, the horse I just drew today, like it looks kind of, I don't know, it looks like a freaking T-Rex. I don't know. All right, so on this page I tried to draw in fisheye, but after drawing this, I think I can confirm no one draws fisheye without a grid unless they are a psychopath. I don't know how they would do it. All right, guys, it is finally day 7, and I really wanted to end this video off with what I said at the start of the video, and it's just to turn your practice or whatever you're doing into like mini projects. And right here I just have like a mini action scene that reads left to right, and I actually only drew 2 panels on day 7, but as you can see, I still do come back to like continue the fight scene and add on whatever I'm feeling like adding on that day. And I already enjoy practicing art, but doing it this way just makes it that much funner. But yeah, make sure to check out my Twitter to see art pieces I only post on there, or to get some character design updates on the next manga I'm going to be working on. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video, and peace. Have a good day.